Namaste. Welcome to my channel Shiv Saga. Today I will discuss about the symbol of the river Ganga, which is flowing from the head of the Lord Shiva. We can see here the stream of the river Ganga is flowing from the matted hair of Lord Shiva, from the jata of Lord Shiva. What that symbolizes? There is a story behind it. In Valmiki Ramayana, the story has been narrated. Long years ago, there was a king named Sagara. He had two queens, Keshini and Sumati. Keshini had one son, Asamanjas. He was very cruel. He was not liked by anybody. Sumati had 60,000 sons. They were also so cruel, they were not liked by anybody. But the king had a very huge empire. He wanted to establish his empire. He wanted to build the boundaries around his empire so that the confusion of the people can be removed about the particular king of the particular land. So he decided to go for the Ashwamedha Yagna. For that, he selected a great horse from his stable, and the king allowed the horse to trot wherever he wanted to. Nobody tried to stop the horse, and those who allowed to pass the horse, they were protected by the king. But Devraj Indra, the king of the Devatas, the Devgans, he was very insecure. So Devatas thought the earth would have been the better place without those 60,000 sons. So Lord Indra stopped this and also stole the horse and hid himself. When the king came to know about it, that somebody has stolen the horse, he asked his 60,000 sons to look for the horse. The sons tried hard, but they could not do it. Then, after a long period of time, they came across a sage, a great sage Kapila Muni. They saw the horse was standing beside him. Without giving a single thought, the 60,000 sons thought that he was the thief. So, those 60,000 sons started ruffling the feather of the sage Kapila Muni. And he was so angry, his blood became up, and he was green with the anger. And when he opened his eyes, he glared at those 60,000 sons, and all the sons converted into the ashes. When the king didn't hear a single word from his sons, he was so worried. Then he asked his grandson, Anshuman, to look for his uncles. Anshuman started looking for the horse as well as his uncles. He came across the sage Kapila Muni, and he found that the horse was standing over there. He saw 60,000 heaps of ashes, and he was so worried. Then the king of the birds met Anshuman and narrated what had happened to his uncles. And he allowed Anshuman to take the horse for finishing the yagya. He also said, for salvation of his uncles, the ashes must be released in the water of Ganga, the holy water. Well, Sagara could not do it. Anshuman could not do it. Dilip, who became the king later on, he also could not do it. Then the king Bhagirath, when he became a king, he was a very brave king, but he had no sons, and he also wished to get the salvation for his ancestors. So he went for the penance, the deep meditation, for the deep penance, and left the kingdom to his ministers and went to the Himalayas for the penance. Lord Brahma got very impressed by his devotion. So he gave him the boon that he would be able to get salvation for his ancestors if he would be able to bring the river Ganga from heaven to earth. But he will be able to do only Lord Shiva will help, because the force of Ganga would be so intense that the earth would not be able to handle it. So that King Bhagirath prayed to Lord Shiva, and Lord Shiva agreed. When the river Ganga came to know about it, that she is going to go on the earth, she was full of arrogance because she was so beautiful, white and peaceful at the same time. She was full of arrogance. She thought that she was the strongest in the universe. Even she thought that her flow will also swipe off Lord Shiva. So when she started her flow from heaven to earth to teach the lesson to her, Lord Shiva controlled that flow into his matted hair, into his jata. That's why he is also called Gangadharai. And the flow stopped. Again, Bhagirath got worried because flow was stopped by the Lord Shiva. Bhagirath again prayed to Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva again agreed. And when he released the flow of Ganga, that flow divided in 7 streams. 3 streams started flowing in the east, and 3 streams started flowing in the west. And 1 stream that we see, which is flowing from the head of the Lord Shiva, that was the 7th stream. And that stream followed the path of the King Bhagirath. And that path was so beautiful that all gods, everybody got together to see that path. At the end, King Bhagirath released the ashes of his ancestors into the holy water of Ganga, and the ancestors got the salvation. So the symbolize is that arrogance never lasts longer. Lord Shiva is always there to stop it. Om Namah Shivaya. May Lord Shiva bless the universe. Hope you like my video. If you liked it, please like it, share it, and for more videos, please subscribe my channel. Thank you.